All right.
Okay.
All right.
Tell us when we're rolling.
Are we rolling?
We're rolling?
Rolling? So I put my pants in the other guy. Didn't know it, and it was really
Hey,
funny.
we're rolling.
Oh. Oh, no!
Episode 5.
Episode 5. So, okay.
Loren Bouchard
Brendon's
in the
small.
room,
And we got,
on the phone.
On the phone, we got John Benjamin from Ibiza.
Yeah, Biza. How you doing, guys?
Hey, how's
Hey,
it going?
John,
What's
boy,
up?
you sound good. We're on ISDN, I guess.
Yeah.
How's everything going?
Good, man. This is awesome.
What time is it there?
It's Partyville, 24 hours a day here.
Wow.
You don't even know it.
I'm like
he's
probably
on-
8 hours later than you got. Where are you, California?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like,
We're in Hollywood.
oh, man.
Kind of, right?
16.
16.
It's the day after tomorrow
Day after
here
tomorrow.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, wow.
for you guys. Yeah.
Didn't you kid
No,
me?
it's 8.
That's Laura Silverman.
Laura Silverman
Sorry,
guest.
John, hold on for a second. It's we got Laura Silverman. Special
Eugene
guest.
Merman.
Eugene Merman, who was my
Killer
roommate. I
character.
think maybe still at the time he was my roommate.
That's right, living in
back in
Somerville,
Boston.
Massachusetts.
A very funny gentleman who started out doing comedy with him.
And this episode, we've been dying to tell this story.
Guys, you
We
got to get
will-
out here, man. This is
yeah.
one of the funnest islands in the world. It
That's
is
what we
like
hear, yeah.
Literally a party all the time,
It's awesome.
everywhere you
It's just
go.
its own
Beautiful
island.
women, beautiful men, beautiful
cool, John.
animals.
Hey, hold on one second.
Yeah,
We're going to
just
tell
one
the story
second,
about
yeah.
this episode.
So this, okay,
Beautiful
the whole
trees,
premise of this
beautiful-
episode was that
We were running out of
we were
time.
running out of time and running out. Yeah, we were running out of time. That was the main thing.
Which one are we doing, guys?
We're on 105.
It doesn't-
I'm just going to tell a story
one
for
of my
1 second,
favorites.
John.
Yeah.
One of my favorites.
It doesn't. Okay.
it.
Do you have a video feed out there, John?
I don't, but I'll hang with you guys.
Okay.
Oh, man.
All right.
I'll hang on this.
All right. Well, hold on
So
one
that
second. We're
is-
just going to tell the
hey,
story of the
okay,
blackout.
hey,
Okay, look how much.
Hey, guys,
There's a blackout.
guys,
You see
guys,
a bunch of eyes.
guys.
What's
there.
up, John?
Let it
What?
flow. Let it flow.
All right, hold on for that thought
Thanks.
1 sec, because we're going to tell the story of why we did this
It's just
scene in
eyes,
the dark.
yeah.
It was Chris Georginas had, as a joke, he said, well, if we don't have time to do a whole episode, it's too bad we couldn't have a blackout. Then it would all be dark.
Right.
And we all looked at each other.
And said sure.
Hey, not a bad
Yeah.
idea.
And then I remember for like
Classic
the next.
CG.
Then okay, so that's gonna save time. I remember just like a series of nights of you and me like pounding our heads against the wall.
Yes.
The most two uncreative like streaks that we.
Hey,
that,
speaking of
the
pounding
meeting of
your
the
heads against
uncreative
the wall.
minds. Yes,
Speaking of
John.
pounding heads against the wall.
yeah.
Yeah.
I said no more
The sex here is unbelievable, guys.
Sex on
Okay.
Ibiza.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You mean the actual physical sex?
it's better.
Big
Okay,
moment. Big moment in home movies history.
yeah,
Coach
big-
McGregor just drank pee,
just
John.
drank
Remember
pee.
that?
No, yeah, that was funny.
Yeah.
What?
Big
moment.
Big
so we
moment.
got a bunch of eyes in the dark, and that's supposed to save time. Meanwhile, you and I can't think of anything to do. Like, okay, I remember this. You and me, like, the notebook's out, and you went, okay, it's dark. It's just eyes.
You know who solved it?
Sounds. I know. I remember. Yeah.
Eugene.
Yeah, it was Eugene. And we were sitting there at what do you call it? The bar.
Chez Henri.
Chez Henri,
Cambridge,
which is like in
Massachusetts.
Cambridge, Massachusetts, which is a great French
Cuban
bistro,
sandwich.
great Cubano.
Wish I had one of those right now.
Yeah, me too.
Me too.
Yeah.
On my boat.
Well, you were right next to
Are you on the
Cuba.
boat,
I'm
John?
on a boat. Yeah.
You have ISDN on your boat?
Well, I'm on a This
You have like
this is,
Bluetooth kind of a thing going on.
satellite.
That's
Satellite
interesting.
feed.
Wow.
Everybody gets
Well, let us know if anything on the boat happens. Hopefully, you'll stay safe. It's
Do we have to go
supposed to be it.
home?
Anyway,
Guys,
Yeah.
so
I can tell you this.
What?
You can go dancing anytime
A
here.
lot of raves.
well, you can
Anytime.
kind of do that.
Get
anyway.
up. you can
Great
go dancing,
spot.
you can get-
Great flashlight effect. Also not a time saver, it turns out.
Yeah, it turns out nothing was a time saver, and there's probably like a solid 2 minutes of blackout stuff.
Yes.
So we were sitting there, and then Eugene Merman comes along, and we're kind of like, we have to like start recording the next day or
Yeah,
something.
something like that, yeah.
And he tells us the story about when he was in summer camp, and because he was a Russian kid and he was a
Russian
weirdo and
American.
stuff,
Russian American.
and just incredibly stupid for his age. He got made fun of all the time.
Yeah.
And
Just tell that
he
he's Russian.
so
I hear
so
Laura
they
Silverman, too.
That's
Yes,
Laura
right.
Silverman, yes.
Yep.
She was
played Lonnie.
Yeah,
Lonnie. Great
right.
character.
Yeah.
This episode had a lot going on because it starts with the camping trip and the
For
drinking
us,
pee,
let's say. Yeah.
and then turns into a love triangle between
Right, yeah.
Lonnie, Mitch
Right, yeah.
Hedberg's character, and Brendan's character.
Right, yeah.
But
And why,
started.
never mind the fact that like why is a soccer coach taking kids out? I think
Could happen.
I think within character, I think the coach addresses that.
Yes, he makes them all
He's like,
pay.
why am I like usually when there's a plot line, all we do is like amplify it. If that's weak,
Yes.
you're like, why am I doing this thing that I would never do?
That's right.
And
That's a
well,
John
it's
Benjamin
in the
special.
episode, yeah.
It's a John Benjamin.
Right, yeah. It's a John
Patented
Benjamin.
technique.
Whatever.
And then we're
guys,
like, we
whatever.
have no time. Let's go.
Just enjoy
And
life.
this is a nice scene, a nice animated scene. You don't have to. Here's what saved on the scene is you don't have to show any blinking.
No
Which
blinking.
takes what? No time.
That's true. Didn't have to.
To render it black is probably like another 40 minutes of computer
No
time.
colors. No
Yeah.
colors. Very nice shot.
Beautiful shot. This shot, I believe, is on sale at the Guggenheim.
That's
They
correct.
started selling paintings.
That is
there.
correct.
I am so funny sometimes. I can't believe it.
Yeah, they are.
Like really, I mean seriously. Like the Guggenheim, where did that come from?
That's hilarious.
That's really fun.
Yeah.
I'm having so much fun. There's the famous owl shot.
Turns his head.
Yeah,
More eyes.
her eyes
Lonnie.
are really far apart.
Me, Lonnie.
Really far apart.
What are
Yeah.
you doing?
And this is just a flirty kind of a.
Yeah. She did a great job.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah, she's got a really great voiceover, speaking voice, and we pitched her up too as we do. And what's the average pitching rate? Do you know what that is?
Yes, I think when we first started, we did 2 half steps, but then we settled on 1 half step.
And we just made that
No,
a little less.
no, I want to say a whole step. So that's 2 half steps.
Do you like her or something?
I'm just getting information, just coming to me,
Okay,
just
that's
coming
all right.
back.
It's been a while. It's been
Yeah.
we haven't been in production for a little while, and let's talk about that for a little bit. Like things have not been great.
He does.
Well, for John, they've been good.
Since the show stopped here?
Well, he had a baby, and
I did.
Ibiza.
I had a literal home movies baby.
yeah,
Yeah?
Yeah.
It was a love home movies
We
baby.
conceived our baby in home movies
What does that mean? Though?
in one of the episodes.
Anyone bring toothpaste?
Oh, well, see, that makes more sense. Yeah.
It crossed
That's
over
pretty great,
into
though.
real life.
It really, truly is amazing.
Love that fade up. That's
Oh, it's beautiful. Brendon's got a different nose kind of going on there.
I kind of remember
little-
what she looks like.
It was kind of like
Flaccid.
Yeah, a little flaccid. I always thought it'd be great that depending on his excitement, his nose would either be very, very pointy or very just kind of like, nah, I'm not happy about that.
Yeah, just a little. Yeah.
You know, it'd be a very funny little subtle thing we could do in home movies. Maybe if
If
we
it gauged his.
just in general his mood, kind of like a dog's tail, but like between his eyes, like.
Right.
Good advice.
There's the baby trying to looking straight at the camera. We try to get that out of there.
Yeah, she always.
That's my favorite
always-
shot.
Favorite shot, yeah.
Yeah, it's a great shot.
And there they are at school. What's
Yeah.
gonna happen?
And now it's not a blackout anymore.
But she's a fetal alcohol syndrome baby. Did we write that in there?
That was implied.
Yeah, it was implied. Yeah.
Are
I
now.
remember how we definitely.
Morning, I did.
There's a lot of if you watch home movies, there's a lot of stuff going on.
A lot of
underneath.
social
There's A lot of
stuff.
social commentaries.
Pale.
And I don't remember what we were saying. We were
And
just
when
saying.
see the orange cone lined up on her hair
Yeah.
like that,
Yeah.
that's supposed to avoid that. I forget what it's called, like tangent or something like that.
we were trying to avoid that.
No, you're supposed to. When things in the background line up in animation, it looks like.
It's part of the
It's
thing.
part of
Well,
the foreground.
since
Looks
we have
one-dimensional.
Oh, look at it's hanging right on her. Oh, it's good.
yeah, it's
That
not
makes sense.
But she's squiggling, so you know that there are two different fields
true.
of depth.
True.
You know,
You're right.
So that's
Squiggle vision takes care of
really
that
takes care
problem.
of a lot of our problems. Yeah.
Speaking!
Even
Because that's all you people do is public speak!
Home movies.
I don't know, it's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. How's the boat?
I'm sorry to interrupt.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Still good?
You still going with that?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Abducted.
So
Just had an ecstasy salad. You
had a
get-
You eating salad?
Yeah, you
no
get
wait, you had a
ecstasy
what salad? An
here.
ecstasy salad?
Yeah.
So how does that? I don't understand. How do they
Just
prepare
a
that?
salad with like frisee lettuce,
Right.
romaine lettuce,
Sure.
arugula, like a mixed greens
Right,
with
right.
ecstasy on top, like sprinkled.
Can you get it on the side?
Did Jason pick his nose?
Why would you?
I don't know. It's just sometimes you don't want too much on your salad.
Really?
Okay, here.
You know?
Are you
It's all
sure it's
good.
good? Wait, let me check it.
I guess it is.
I've
I
heard
guess if
people
you're-
say that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And action.
I'll never tell. I know nothing.
Oh, you'll talk all right.
Oh.
The Peanuts sued us for that shot.
No, scream.
It's all good is the name of my boat. It's all good.
You have your own boat?
What? Yeah.
You have your own boat and it's called It's All Good?
Yes.
That's
The
right.
boat has to have a name.
It didn't. Well, that's not a name. It's a phrase.
Let me just get the
Well,
ropes.
you
You stay
can have
back.
phrases. For
It's
your
like
boat.
the stealthy
Hey,
lassie
your
or
hands
something,
up.
you know, not the It's All Good.
Okay.
No, you can name your boat whatever you want.
Yeah, but I mean,
Lonnie keeps
you know,
Why are
historically.
you arguing? Do you have a boat?
It's like the Bounty. That's a good boat.
That's 2 words.
again. Oh, you
That's an article and then the name of the word. That's the actual word.
You're taking
The
issue
phrase.
to the fact that I have a 3-word boat.
It's not the amount. Oh no. That's not the issue. That's not the issue. The issue to me. The issue to me.
You don't like that it's an idiom.
I love It's All Good because I
You
say
don't like that it's like
I
it's
say
not
it all the
formal
time.
enough. It's not the bounty. It's not.
It's
this
not
isn't-
the. It's not the. Well, it's just let's say
It's not the 19th
let's
century
say,
anymore.
let's
I
say
can name my boat whatever I
doesn't-
want.
It doesn't sound seaworthy.
Why don't you study
Seaworthy is a good boat name.
First
The seaworthy. That's the one boat
Not
you
the.
like.
It doesn't have to be the.
Or just seaworthy.
Besides, I don't think
Okay.
that was good.
You feel like changing it?
Yeah.
Do you feel like changing it?
Yes.
Are you going to?
Yes.
Are you saying yes and never gonna do it?
I
Are you
will
simply
do
saying
it.
yes and never
I
gonna
will change it.
The
Okay.
public. Because
Well, here's the makeup scene. This is copied in a lot of movies and animated shows. A lot of people ask, here's a question I get a lot. There's a
Lonnie, please.
sorry, I swallowed. I had a lot of. I'm talking so much that the amount of saliva building
Bird.
up in my mouth
Bird.
is like amazing. It's
Did you see
I
the
have like
bird?
I did see
yeah.
that.
I don't know. It's a bad word. But the question is like, what are your
Bird poo.
animation influences? I get that question a lot.
Oh, yeah?
Do you get that?
L Hart M.
I don't get that.
What does that mean?
Lonnie and Mitch.
Lonnie and Mitch. That is correct. And here he comes right
Been a
now.
while, right?
This is Mitch.
Who are your
Yeah.
animation influences?
Well, that's the thing is I don't think I mean, when I think about home movies, when we were coming up for stuff, especially like in the script stuff, it was definitely
Nice to meet you.
not like The Simpsons, and it definitely was not like the other stuff that's on the air. It's more like movies that I had seen or whatever, or just like stuff that happened.
Well, that's also one of the nice things about
Like what?
TSP at that time was that how
You can't
it was
answer
like
who
came
you're-
out of we just like invented our own form.
Yeah,
it
it's
was
like
so
things that well,
isolated.
People are
Yeah, it was
influenced
totally,
by
yeah.
us,
Break up with her.
not the other way
I was
around.
gonna say, yeah. I mean, I would say like
Right.
if there's any
You can't-
animated shows, Dr. Katz that I was influenced by,
Yeah.
especially for home movies. Nothing else like
It was
Like, it was
very
like-
organic and
yeah.
very instinctive and very
Right, yeah.
very.
I guess it's true. There was
Right.
no animation that had done
Look,
that had been that
here's what I'm
completely
saying. You were dating a girl.
unscripted and
Right.
I'm
mundane.
with her.
I think
We just didn't know any.
I think Fantasia was
Yes,
scripted.
totally improvised.
Yeah, I think
That's
it was
right.
improvised. Yeah.
No, but it's true. You would like that. You wouldn't
Me and
have.
her thing.
Right now.
Home movies is
It's-
that's,
it's such
that's
a-
where most people
Thinking you're gonna go after
took
her.
issue with home movies was how like it was like it shouldn't be animated.
Right. Well, that was that's another question I
Why?
get too. Is like, why is home movies animated? Why is it not a live action show? And I think the answer to that is that you'd never find kids that are gonna act like that. You know.
That's correct.
Trying to think what
Also,
Otherwise-
it allows you, animation allows you to cut improv much tighter.
Yes, exactly.
And better.
Otherwise, you're just jump cutting everywhere
right.
with video. That's me as the voice of that guy.
What'd you say?
The ref.
Baby breath.
Oh, you heard, huh?
I think
Pitch down.
Yeah, I think.
It's
It's amazing.
Yeah, it really is. It really is amazing.
So when somebody asks you what are your animation, who are your animation influences?
That was Chris Georginas, and
That's right.
it was Chris Georginas. Somebody else. It's funny.
Maybe
But
So you say you don't have any.
I think that if like there were other kind of like little rip off, if I'm trying to rip anybody off, it's when me and Bill Brothers were writing, it was always kind of like either Albert Brooks or Woody Allen or like little Marx Brother moments.
We could go to.
Perhaps you've heard of them.
Yes, perhaps. But I think if I could hopefully try to even copy or rip off a style, it would be like that.
I was always trying to
Not
rip off
necessarily
that.
like,
We didn't have.
and you were trying to rip off Dark House. I think we ended up just
1 + 1 = 2.
because they're at school.
I guess that's what that's about.
Yeah. It's like, let's save time. We don't have any animation, so we have to have them all in the dark. But I'm gonna spin it 1 + 1 = 2. This is the episode, where, and then the hair thing. We did. That's overacting. You don't need that. We get it. She's a girl. She has hair. Sure. Why do we need to see that, right?
Bye.
Interested in this other guy?
Well, she.
A lot of this was shot on green screen, and the backgrounds were composited in.
That's right.
Yeah.
A lot of motion
A
capture.
lot of motion capture. Yeah.
So this is like
Yeah,
was
a
live
lot of people
action,
want to know.
then-
Like me and Benjamin would have those leotards with those balls stuck all
You guys
over
were
them,
so good.
and we would
So
just
good.
we would
Yeah.
stand there and like hold
That
a-
was
talk and hold a
excruciating.
gesture. It was painful. Yeah.
Long sessions, but
You would
know
sit
what?
there. You would stand
That's
there
how
with
you
your
get this.
Your arms folded, and I would sit there with my finger on my upper lip for about what felt like hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, just trying to motion capture.
But
this
you
stuff.
can't do it any other way.
You can't do it any other way. It cannot be done. It has to.
Remember when we went to Cape Canaveral for a year and did all that?
That's right.
Yeah, well, that was the only amount of room that we could really set up. We did a lot of the bullet technique before Matrix was doing it. I remember we set up 1,000 cameras in a row,
Yep.
and
Thought of
just kind of threw all that stuff away. Said like it's beyond that.
yeah,
And we're beyond that.
don't
We
need
don't
it.
need it. You know, flesh-colored wool.
Yeah.
You're 8 years old. You need to remember to bring
It is flesh-colored area of the
Yeah.
house. Yeah.
We had a
Lauren,
lot
that
of
is definitely the name of your book when
Flesh-
you write your autobiography.
flesh-colored.
Flesh-colored phone.
Better than
Flesh
Lauren
colored.
Bouchard. Or a
She
poem.
doesn't even know
that's
that
great.
Just
they
a
were meant to
poem.
be
That's
together
nice.
forever. I think they have this thing.
There's no nose.
Show her the way.
There's Melissa.
She has no
She
nose.
has no nose. You'll notice that home movies trait sometimes abandoned with characters is the omission of one
You know, this is not a
facial
thing that
That's
feature.
correct. That is right.
Brendon has no ears.
Right.
None of them have ears.
A lot of them
Did
don't.
Melissa ever have a nose?
She never had a nose.
Really?
The baby doesn't have
I
a
never
nose.
noticed that.
The baby doesn't have a nose, and later we'll do the episode in which the baby puts marbles in their nose.
Yeah,
that was a
the
big
thing,
issue.
yeah.
You didn't have
Baby had no nose. And
had
then
no
we-
nose.
Right,
You
yeah.
put
whole
wow.
plot line built around.
All that they all
Was this
have
They have noses.
maybe Holly and Melissa possibly?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if that's true.
I really, yeah.
Or maybe I just made that
No, I
up.
think you're right.
But, like, I feel really bad because I really like.
She really does sound like a kid.
Oh.
Yes.
And like, I really want to be a friend.
God, I miss her.
But I'm breaking.
That's a squeaky laugh you had.
I know that was sort
It's
of.
like a whiskey squeaky
That was like a
laugh.
wheezy.
Yeah.
Very wheezy.
Now he's trying to. Now you're fabricating.
I know. I was trying to get it back.
Right.
with her.
The whole movie's about doing it real.
Heard about it?
I heard she
Yeah,
broke
do it
up
right.
with you.
Don't
Yeah,
screw
she
it up.
did.
Keep it real, guys.
Keep it real.
Just like my boat.
It's, no.
No,
Your
it's
boat's
all good.
Stop.
Oh, right.
I did not cry.
No, my
boat's-
boat. No, my boat is. It's all good. Dot dot dot. Keep it real.
But everyone's
Wait, she's
Really?
gonna admit
Yes.
it, you said?
Really?
yeah. That was
It's,
part
yeah,
of
I mean, I
Do you
don't
actually-
say the whole.
do you wear
I
the-
never say the whole
the captain
boat
hat?
name. It's too much.
Isn't that
To
what you
do.
want?
Yeah, it is too much.
Yes, but no.
What about the
no,
Seaworthy?
it Sucks.
No,
I
it's
guess I'll
it's
be one of the movies.
Look how much bigger his
all
head
good.
is than
Keep
hers
it
in that
real.
scene. Look at that.
It's
You
not,
see how much?
it didn't match up. Too
It didn't
good,
match up.
yeah.
He's like-
he's giant. Look at him
They
compared to
forgot
a
to
locker.
render him smaller when they pulled back. He really is. Like, she actually could have jumped in his mouth.
Brendon,
Yeah.
heard you got dumped.
Huh. Yeah. Word,
Wow.
word travels fast.
That's gotta hurt.
Actually, it does.
I heard it went down hard.
Good acting.
It was
Yeah.
very.
That's the good thing about
Yeah.
animation.
Yeah,
That
you
you
can
don't
really
have to be a
be
good
good
actor
actor. No, you can just-
at all.
Picked
You
me.
can fake a
Can
lot
be
of stuff.
terrible.
And you have a million times to do a take, and
I got
you
picked.
always cut around it. And
There must have been some
yeah,
just
fix it. And
terribly
at
horrible.
the end of the day, you just shrug and say like, "Hey, dude, sorry.
And when
Fix it in editing. See you in a couple weeks."
Just have someone,
Turning my chips in.
and then
you know.
fart.
Yeah.
No, I
Yeah.
quit.
Have someone else do it.
I know what my cards are. And you know
This guy doesn't care about anything.
I'm out of here.
Hey,
Can you please leave my office first, sir?
it's going good. Hey, you look good. It's so good.
Is it like a goth look? What's his thing?
I think it's supposed to be sort of based on Mitch Hedberg's
but-
real hair.
Yeah,
Is
but
this
it's,
Mitch Hedberg?
yeah,
Yeah.
that's Mitch Hedberg, yeah.
So let's hear a little. Ready?
But he's got like a kind of a Beatles or a Bruce Lee kind of a.
Yeah.
Let's listen to it.
Be Bruce Lee.
Yeah. Yeah, I wish I could be happy for you, man.
Why can't you be?
You went out with her after me and she. Were
Yeah, well, see, it's boring.
Mitch
Boring as-
Hedberg, man, who's very funny,
Yes.
smokes a pipe.
Yes, a corncob pipe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With her the whole
Brought it to one of the
And a
sessions.
regular pipe.
Doesn't he
Oh, really?
also have two eyes made out of coal?
No, that's
It's Santa Claus.
Frosty.
Oh, that's
Oh, no,
Santa
it's
Frosty. Right.
Right. I don't know anything about your myths. I'm Jewish.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So I don't follow that stuff.
I know.
I mean, I see the magazines and all that stuff, and I've read the Bible, but
You've read Santa Claus magazine?
They just want to be able to.
how can you not?
It's cute, you know.
Let's listen to the voice on the other end of the phone.
I bumped into a guy just a couple
Hey,
years
listen, you
ago who I
egomaniac.
was in, fifth or sixth grade.
That's
Was that you?
Yeah.
This to be
Love
complimentary.
that. Loved doing that.
Said, you know,
It is a funny voice.
You did.
Yeah.
Didn't come back and.
but I always liked you.
Oh, it was her friend. Remember, we didn't really have any friends for her, so we always had her talk on the phone. We were also going like, "Hey, talk about, come up with some stuff." So you're talking to your friend on the phone.
Exactly. So she would say something, and then I would just say.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Oh, like
Didn't you actually lay that? Didn't you actually composite that in post?
Subtext has ruined me.
Didn't you key out the green and composite it in post?
I did motion capture.
You did motion capture. in your
what did
voice?
you use for that?
Did you
What?
actually attach balls to your voice?
Yes.
And so they motion captured it?
I attached balls to my
To your
ball.
throat?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
This is the kind of the sappy part of how movies have it. This is after I think
That's the part you did.
It's in the Robert McKee story seminar. That's a little,
It's all
little
coming
too
out
sweet.
now.
And,
Yeah.
remember that?
I don't remember.
I think we got a little bit of.
Who went to the Robert McKee seminar? You did, Loren?
I did. I remember.
You did
Us.
too?
No, Brendon,
That's
no.
the
You didn't go with me though. I think I went with Holly Schlesinger. and
Remember, it
Paul
changed Carl
Santucci.
Adams' life.
Changed the whole.
Yeah, it made everybody think that they could write something afterwards. But the truth is, you get home, you
true.
can't. You can't. You have to either write or not write. It was fun though. It's fun because he's such a
But before you go, Dwayne,
personality.
you mind
Let's
playing
say.
that old number?
Moving on. Moving on. Those are actually the chords. I made sure I did not ever want them to mess up any of the. Yeah, I want to make sure it was
Guitar's
always
the same way.
So if you do watch the guitar, though there are no strings or frets, that's exactly what I'm doing.
That's right.
If you want to figure out the whole movie's riffs,
Tab.
yeah,
Whole movie's tab.
online tab. I think some people are transcribing some things online. I found out.
Eugene.
What do you call that again, Eugene?
Eugene. All right, this is
He was the bartender.
When you and Dad decided
Oh, was he?
to
In that thing?
split up?
Oh, this is some backstory. See,
Divorce.
in the first 5 episodes, we didn't get into it. This is like the most we talked about it to figure out who the dad was, and we always kind of knew in the back of our minds that we were going to attack that we were going to talk about the dad.
The show is always going to be about divorce.
Oh.
Yeah, the show was always about
Oh, sorry.
Her single motherhood.
single
The
motherhood and a
horrors
kid.
of divorce.
And it's funny, like as home movies. This is what I was saying earlier. Is that when you have a.
Being single.
This is what I was saying earlier. That
Free as a bird, little buddy.
that's what the show was originally entitled. You know that?
The horrors of divorce.
Yeah, the horrors of
It was
divorce.
home movies, then a colon,
Bestseller.
the horrors of divorce.
It's all good.
Yeah, then it's
Yeah.
all good.
Gnome.
That's a beautiful animated dragonfly
True.
too. That
You know
was
why it
actually
had no
very-
outlines?
Carpe diem,
Oh,
guys.
really?
Carpe diem.
You know, Coach, I see.
Is that your boat?
Yeah. Well, it's the third
How
part
many
of my boat
boats?
name.
So wait, they must wrap
It's all
around
good.
and
It's
meet
all good.
on the other side.
Keep it real.
How big
Carpe
is this
diem.
boat?
Wow. Yeah, that's a big boat.
It's a big boat.
No, it's a lot of words.
Hey guys, we're gonna need a bigger boat.
You want me to go grab some
Jaws.
Jaws, right? Thanks. Thank you. Why am I thanking you for that? And why did I say that?
I don't know if it's funny.
Anyway,
because he's from or it's just because he's
the
little.
point that I was gonna say, now that these first 5 episodes are almost over,
Yes.
is that you never know what the show. I mean, the show it ended up kind of like it was always the same thing, but it kind of like you learn how to do it a little bit as you're going. You know what I mean?
Big time.
Yeah.
You know, I think that you have a tremendous learning curve, and I think the
Episode
show,
52, I think we finally hit our stride.
Yeah, right, yeah. No, but I do think, like, as the show goes on, we kind of figured out pacing and we figured out all these other kinds of things that, like, kind of
Seduced.
aid for...
Seduced. S-E-A. Deuced.
Another
See,
boat
that's-
is the
that's
same
boat?
Same.
Same boat.
S-E-A, juice?
Seduced.
Seduced. Yeah, I get it.
That's good.